Hey, darling.
Welcome to the Las Vegas Pride podcast.
Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo.
Hi, gays. Welcome to Las Vegas Pride Podcast, a podcast featuring Las Vegas Pride, our community here in Las Vegas, and the greater community at large.
Celebrating community, unity, and all of the above.
Join us and let's start the show. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today? My name is Meliton, and welcome to our Pride podcast channel. And here with me today, I have a really special guest. I have Megan with me. How are you doing, Megan?
I'm good. How are you?
It's been an interesting week, but yeah, I'm here again,
I feel that.
alive.
Yeah, we're thriving. We're thriving.
That's a surprise.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump right into it, and I'm gonna let Megan introduce herself and tell a couple of things about herself for our audience before we go into some more questions.
All right, good deal. Like you said, I'm Megan Virgo. I've been in Vegas off and on for the last 6 years. I work at Las Vegas Pride and have for, I think, the better part of 6 years also. I'm a photographer full time. I do freelance. I like long walks on the beach. Just kidding. Dogs. I've got 2 dogs here, and I don't know. I just love Vegas.
Well, and how do you like the heat here?
I love the heat. If I'm being totally honest, I love the heat. I came from Michigan, so I think there's a unique perspective that I have because especially in the winter, Michigan is so cold, but it's so gray all the time. So there's no sunshine. So even when it feels cold here, I'm like, always better than Michigan. Always better than Michigan. So when I get the heat, of course, we have those days where it's like, Jesus, why do we live here? But I'm also like, what's the alternative? Nah, not doing that. So I love the heat.
But to be fair, my whole summer is a torture here.
I mean, listen, you're not wrong. And some days I do question my sanity most of the time, and I get it. But if we're by a pool, especially if it's Pride pool party, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah. I do need to say that after this week, it's getting finally hotter. I'm looking forward to those
Thank God.
pool party days.
I know.
I'm like, I want to go at the pool.
Yeah, I mean, let's just open them up and see what happens.
Yeah, can we do it tomorrow, Megan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we start doing it earlier?
Listen, we got to have somebody, we got to know somebody, or listen, like private residents. I mean, we got to have an elder gay somewhere who's got just a giant pool that they'll let us in.
I do have a community pool, but it's not heated.
Listen, I don't, if it's not
cold
our
as hell.
community,
It's good.
I don't want it. You know? You
No,
feel
it's
me?
not. It's not. It's a lot of straight Republican people
I'm
in
out.
the area where I'm living. So
Please don't invite me to that. I'm out.
I got you. I'm not going to that point.
Okay, thank you.
Most of my time. And so I know you're working with us as a photographer for a long period of time.
Yes.
It's not just the beginning.
I know. Long time, in and out. I think it's about 6 years in and out. And I started my photography career in music and entertainment. So I would do festivals, big concerts, I don't know, kind of one-off like tour dates or tours. And then I really started getting into the LGBTQ community because it's so near and dear to me. So I'm like, why don't I shoot this primarily full-time? And of course, that is just a joy. I mean, especially to do huge prides. Las Vegas Pride is wonderful and great. And then I started to branch out into other ones. I've done New York. I did World Pride last year, which was in DC, and that was epic. Cynthia Erivo was something else. So that was wild. But yeah, it's been a journey, that's for sure. I don't know. It's just kind of a cool situation to be able to shoot my community and how like fulfilling it's been, because of course like you do the conferences and you do the like things that pay the bills, and that's wonderful, and of course that's great, and it keeps a house and a roof over my head, so that's wonderful. But to really feel fulfilled to do it for my community has been like super cool. So yeah, I love Vegas and I love this community, but I love working all of the other prides too.
Well, I remember meeting you first year and a half ago.
Oh yeah.
I think, and I was like, no, I love her.
Yeah.
Can we have her everywhere?
Yeah, I think we met, I think it was it the Bellagio? It was the Pride event at Juliet.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, exactly. And I was like, I love him. I don't know what where he came from. I don't know anything about him, but I love him, and that's just that. So, and that's honestly how adult friendships have gone for me. I'm like, you seem cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's just do it.
let's talk.
Yeah, we're friends now. So,
And since you are working with Pride, with Las Vegas Pride and other prides, like, how interesting to see all of the different communities all the time for you. Like, I know for me, it's more like Vegas. I'd never been for too many different prides because I've been in San Diego Pride once. I went to Palm Spring Pride, but I've never been in the big ones.
oh yeah.
But how does it feel like to see all of these communities and everywhere and the difference? Because probably there are differences between the communities, even there and here, and everybody's doing a little bit something different.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think everyone is different. Every pride is different and unique to their city or whatever it is that makes it unique. But the themes and I don't know, just the aura and the energy is the same. It's all just like everybody's there. Everybody's so happy. And I think that's why I love working prides, is because everybody is so happy and you will have never met a stranger the entire weekend. Everybody is just like this tight-knit community, and especially now in the political climate, everybody takes care of each other. And even the artists, like there was at World Pride, there was somebody having a medical emergency in the crowd, and one of the artists who was on stopped everything and was like, hey, there's something going on, we need medical. So like everybody's just there for each other, and it's just this like really sweet community vibe. So yeah, they all have their unique things about them, but I mean, it all feels the same, truly. It all just is kind of like, that was really cool. And it's really cool for us because Las Vegas Pride is an off-season pride, and kind of like Palm Springs is in usually November, we're usually in October, so it's so nice to be able to take part in the other prides, especially in June, because it's so saturated in June with prides, which is a very wonderful problem to have in June. But it's so nice that ours is off season, so I can actually take part in the rest of those. So that's been really cool about Las Vegas Pride too.
Yeah, I would say that that's one of the things I love about here, because I can't even imagine to do this one in June.
No,
in this heat.
don't.
Heat outside.
I don't want to do that. No, I would do it. I would. I absolutely would. But I don't want to do that.
No, I think we would die from the heat.
Listen,
but it's 120 outside and try to do it.
I don't want to go to. I would, because it's Pride and I love my community. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
No.
So for this one actually goes up for lots of people who's asking these questions from us in every event in online. That why is it not in June? So let's answer this question here and now. It's way too hot here to do it. We celebrate in a different way. We usually have the pool parties. We have the bar hubs. We do something with the bars. This year, we're going to have a little bit different. We're going to probably do some bigger events doing in June. More information coming. But it's impossible to do it here in June because it's way too hot. And if we go outside, people are going to die. People are going to be sick. We need to take care of our community. So that's why we pushed it to October, because it makes more sense. So I hope this has answered all of you guys' question about...
And what's the other reason it's in October?
It's a National Coming Out Day.
Love that.
And what's the other reason? It's LGBTQ History Month.
That's exactly the reason.
Yeah, that was our next point. Hello.
Yeah, it was here.
Yeah, it was coming. Yeah, absolutely.
But the main reason is the heat. But to be fair, just so we understand each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I love working with you. Like every time when you're there, it's fun. You bring the vibe. You're not the person who is gonna be like, oh my God, like I need to do this. Like you can always, I know working with some photographers and videographers, it could be really hard because they like, I don't want to do this, or I'm just doing it for the money, or I don't enjoy this. But when we work with you, personally, I can say it's you enjoy.
That's really
Do
sweet.
it.
Yeah,
Do it. It's
that's
not
really
like
sweet.
not like just because I need to do this. You out, you have. I remember when we did some photo shoots for, I think, the festival or the rave, you were like, you go there, let's do this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think that's part of it too. It's part of why I love working for Las Vegas Pride is you get to know people after a while, and you just like, I don't know, you kind of see somebody from across the room and you're like, oh my God, you're here. That's amazing. Like, I know somebody. Or, you know, it's like a friendly face in the crowd, because like our pride gets big and our parties get big. So it's really nice to have like a familiar face in the crowd. And I don't know, I think any of my shoots or any of the stuff that I do shoot, you always get better shots if like you yourself are a safe space or like a safe human for people. So it's really nice, like in Pride or even just our events, to like say hi to somebody, or like even like some of the outfits at some of our pool parties are just everything. To like, so to say to somebody like, I love your outfit, and then they just like, they beam and they light up, and then I get the photo of that, like that's just, I don't know, it's the best photos I take sometimes of just people like enjoying themselves and being exactly who they are.
And to that point, you are 100% right, because every time you take pictures and we see it, and I see lots of those pictures, one thing I love about how you take pictures, personally, is that you do not discriminate. There are lots of Pride, lots of people who try to take pictures of Pride, who is always take pictures of the muscular dudes in the underwear in the stage or something,
Yes.
because that's need to be. But when you take the pictures and we see it, it's like everyone who was there. It's not because they are the best looking or they are the most gorgeous man in the world, and that's, let's put it on the magazine. No, you're capturing everyone.
That's so sweet. That's really, really kind of you. I appreciate that. When I originally had come on to Las Vegas Pride, again, right about 6 years ago, the editor at the time and it was really, really important to me, because I'd seen the magazine and I'd seen all of the gay magazine, let's be honest. And, you know, you kind of get a feel for what's on the cover or kind of like what gets the stories. And a lot of times it's men. And so I very quickly, I'm not bashful at all. I kind of say exactly what's on my brain. And I said, I'd really like to do more women and more trans people of all ages, types, sizes, and that was kind of the way I came into the magazine. And she at the time loved it and was like, that's exactly what I want. And so as that kind of gravitated and I felt comfortable in the space, I realized that like this is kind of the culture right now. Like it's a little bit more old fashioned to just want the beautiful looking men on and they are, and they're beautiful.
Oh, of course
and they've been beautiful for hundreds of years, and that's lovely. But now it's other people's times, and I'm just so excited and thrilled to be kind of the vessel for that because we've been here all along. We just haven't been on a cover. So that was kind of the goal when I came in, was like I was going to shake it up a little bit, and we got a little bit of pushback, and everybody gets pushback when something's new. But then it was really like, oh, this is cool. We like the way you shoot this. This is cool.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing this. So I really appreciate you saying that.
No, you're doing an amazing job with that. And because you bring it up, I would like to ask that personal, actually a little bit more personal question on that end, because for me, I'm not in your shoes. I'm a gay man. I see the world in a gay man lens.
Sure.
Of what Vegas is for a gay man. How is it for a gay woman? What is the obstacles you guys facing here? And actually, what we can do more even for Pride as a community? What we can embrace more for include more of the women? Oh damn! This is boobs.
This is a really good question. I think it's twofold, and I think it's two ways. It's a two-way street. I think there have been Sapphic parties, or there have been lesbian-centric parties, and sometimes we don't show up. And so I think part of it is the ability for, somebody higher up in Las Vegas Pride to do more Sapphic stuff and put it out there more and put it out in a way that feels good for us. But also, we've got to show up. Like, that's part of it, too, is like, if you hold these parties and there's not a lot of traction and people don't really show up, eventually it's going to die out. But I think something to do better, I don't know. It's a really good question, because I feel like in my last probably year or so, I haven't been going out as much. So I think sometimes, because I don't know, the gay culture sometimes is the going out culture. It's the bar culture.
Yes.
It's the club culture. It's the, let's brunch and then go out culture. And that's great. And I love that. But I feel our shades down. But I feel like sometimes it would be cooler to do stuff like during the day. Like even like a brunch would be great, but like just doing stuff during the day, that's a lot more like day centric sometimes. Because I know I'm not in the era right now, and I probably could be later, we don't know, but I'm not in the era right now necessarily if I want to go out necessarily. Yes. But I think, again, it's a two-way street. If people are putting these things on and making the effort to do it, I think we also need to show up. And sometimes I think us Sapphics don't show up the way we should here. Now, there's an insane subset of Sapphic parties that go off, and it's because the people that are putting it on have done this for so long, have kind of like put their hand on the heartbeat of what's in their city and what people want, and they're just nailing it. Like out in Orlando, there's this thing called Girl the Party that a friend of mine, Ivy, puts on, and it's every Saturday. They get like 1,200 people through the door, and it's all Sapphic. And like, so they're on to something. So it's a little bit of both. She just crushes it, and everybody shows up.
Yes.
So if we could find something like that that's more consistent and that we know that people will show up with, I don't know what it would be, but if we can find the magic formula for that, that'd be wonderful for sure.
I mean, like, I'm almost 100% sure that we can put it under the video, like some questions from you guys. So probably we're gonna put that a couple of questions. What would you like? What
For
the community
sure.
would like to do, and we can take it into consideration. Just let us know. There's a comment section. We're gonna put there some voting option for you guys, so you can see what you guys would like to do, so what we can do better for the lesbian community to make sure that you guys come out, because we would love to support you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's-
There's also this like weird myth that lesbians and gay men don't get along.
That's not true.
And I agree with that. Like, I don't know. I've like the most fun I have sometimes, or sometimes like the kindest things or compliments that I get are from gay men. Like, I don't know that I've ever walked into something, and this is just my own personal experience. It absolutely happens out in the world, but my own personal experience is like that hasn't been true for me, and maybe it's just the way I enter a space. I don't know, but I think that's dying out a little bit, if I'm being honest. I think that's dying out too. So maybe if some people have some reservations about that, I think that culture is kind of dying. So that feels better.
I hope so, because that's not true. I have multiple lesbian friends.
Yeah, you do.
You do. And there is no issues, and we never had issues.
No. And I have at least one gay boyfriend, so, and I'm looking at you. Yeah. So I think that I'm hoping my experience is not unique, but I'm hoping it's dying out a little bit, because it needs to. It was old fashioned.
Yeah, it's I think we all should be together and celebrate together.
Why? I mean, why would we cannibalize the space that's ours anyways? So I agree with that.
So we're here for you guys too. So if you listen and you would like to part of it, just come to our events too. And more people shows up, we can create a special event for you guys too. long as we have a show up, we can make it happen.
Yeah.
And I think what you mentioned is one thing what definitely I think Pride needs to work on it, and probably we can if we can get the attraction for it, but something what is outside. We have monthly once the hike outside, the Pride outside, hiking once a month situation. That's hiking. But if we have more attraction to do maybe let's go out to a park and having a more gay oriented park day.
Yeah.
Everybody just brings some food and we do a potluck.
Yeah.
Let's do a potluck together. Everybody brings food and
Honestly.
we are hanging together. We can make it happen. Actually, it's probably not cost anything for us. So let's make it happen. We just need to come together and organize. So that's the comment section for you guys too there. Let's make this one happen. And another more question, because for me it's interesting, and that's a more personal question too. How hard it's for the dating in the lesbian community? For the people who want to move to Las Vegas or just come here and they don't know where to go, or what's the section, what's your personal experience?
Oh gosh, this is a really good question. I don't know that I'm the person for it to be aimed at, because for now I'm just kind of rooting all of this, I don't know, love and stuff back to me. I think right now I'm rooting into my friendships. I think like on a soul level, I'm like really connecting with the people around me that have been safe and feel safe to me, that are all friendships. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of in a unique perspective right now because I'm not dating and I'm not interested in dating. And so I wouldn't necessarily know, especially out here in Las Vegas, I wouldn't necessarily know. I know there's a million brilliant people out here. The community out here is lovely and beautiful and wonderful. So I can speak to that our community is fantastic. As far as dating, I think I'm probably the worst person to talk to right now, mostly because I'm just kind of rooting back into myself. So I don't have any really energy for anybody else right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm not on the apps. I haven't ventured in that route yet. But yeah, the best thing I can say is like from experience of this community and being out and then doing, fun stuff, whether it's Pride specific or just being out in the community. Our arts district is amazing. But our queer community in total, I think, is wonderful. I mean, I feel more at home here than I ever have any place else. So, yeah.
No, I appreciate your honesty, and I feel what you're saying because the same here. Like, I don't know when was the last time when I was actually considering to date anyone. I'm busy. I have things to do.
I'm busy. I have things to do. Yeah, that's I have a life. Like, what am I doing?
Exactly. I mean, like, come on. I'm in college.
Yeah, you're in college, and I have 2 dogs. Like, whoa.
What are we talking
Take
about?
it easy.
How would you describe your perfect date?
Oh God. What do they say? Okay, what do they say in Miss Congeniality? April 25th.
April 25th.
Yeah, first up, April 25th.
It's not too hot. It's not too hot.
You knew it. You knew it. I love that you knew that.
It's the perfect weather just for the jacket.
Thank you. Oh God, you get me. You get me. I think my perfect day, this is a great question. I think my perfect day, I love being outside or like, sunshine is my thing. But I think my perfect date is something very low key, like low anxiety. I would love like just a coffee date, like middle of the day coffee date, like no dinners, no nothing. I think it would just be nice to sit and actually get to know somebody. And that's kind of part of my personality, though, too, is that I don't do small talk. It's not my thing. I really don't care what your favorite color is. Like, you seem funny. What is the trauma that led up to you being funny? And that's really cool for you to say. I want to know at what age that might have been imprinted on you. Like those are the kind of conversations I'm having. So yeah, something that allows me to do that. So like a coffee date would be awesome. Date. Yeah.
Well, to answer that question, I would say mine is.
Yeah. What's yours?
I don't know. I would say like a 5-star restaurant with a Michelin star restaurant.
Very different.
No, just joking. Joking.
Very, very different. Yes. I love this.
Don't judge me.
Yeah, I love this.
That was just a joke.
It was just a joke. Yeah, we know.
Actually, one of the most important thing for me, because of the thing that I'm studying and I'm trying to be, it's to be aware about the current political spectrum. So if I go to a date, I would love to have a conversation with you, but it's related that I understand that you understanding the word.
Yep.
I don't, and that's the one thing about what I tell people. I really, 90% of the time, I don't care how you look like. I don't care what's your age, as long as you're legal age, to put it that. Long as you're legal age, I don't care your age. I don't care your income. I don't care how you look like. I care about what's here. Because that's, for me, it's important to be able to have those conversations because I'm trying to get into that and I'm really passionate about the political spectrum, the law. If I can have the conversation with you about what's happening right now, I'm not interested.
100%.
That's when I draw the line. I'm like, long as we can have a conversation, but it's educated conversation about something, I'm good.
100%.
But that's all.
Yeah, I completely agree because...
And a 5-star restaurant in the Michelin place.
We know. I completely agree. Especially like, it's cliche, but like looks fade and, eventually that goes away or, whatever. We all get older.
Yes.
But like if whatever's between your ears isn't something that I can grow with or evolve with. I mean, I'm going to be 15 different versions of myself by the time yes. This life is over for me. And if we are compatible on that brain level, that emotional level, that, I don't know, just compatibility when it comes to maybe intelligence too, like, then that's going to be great because the outside changes and that's fine. But what's inside, I mean, again, cliche, but like that's going to be the most safe part for me is that if you can carry a conversation with me today, more than likely 20 years from now, we can carry on
because they have those conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's why it's hard to date, to be fair, in this community sometimes, because it's a lot about the look, not too much about here.
This is fair.
Not for everyone. I'm not going to generalize. I'm not making those mistakes here, but There is a big of lots of showing, but not too much here.
This is fair, and this is why I'm not dating.
Oh, great.
This is why I'm not dating.
And because nobody bring me to a 5-star Michelin restaurant so far.
Listen, and you deserve that, and you deserve that.
Of course.
Yeah. Hello.
Let's
Hello.
let's do the clipping
Let's do
for
it.
that. Hell yeah. Yeah, and now we bring up some politics, so I'm gonna get to the hard questions.
You
here.
get to the hard
The
questions.
hard questions. You've been around this country a lot, and I know you're traveling a lot. How is the community get affected the last year and a half since we got this current administration constantly attacking us? What's your personal experience? Is it getting stronger? Are they people getting more loud and frustrated about the events? What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think, especially the people around me, are getting louder. I think the unfortunate part is we've had to, and we're kind of being forced into it based on the political climate now and the things happening and the rights being taken away, and especially our trans brothers and sisters. It's kind of devastating what's happening. And so as this community, of course, we're getting louder. Of course, going out there and marching and doing the damn thing, but it's because we have to. And I think that's the worst part about it, is that we're being forced into these situations because these rights are absolutely being taken from us. It's not our choice. It's not being voted on. They're being taken from us, all because people have insecurities and fears. And I think this administration specifically is so fearful. Let's be real. Like, the louder you are about certain things, in my opinion, in my very humble opinion, the louder you are about something, the more insecure you are about it. And you can feel that. And so, politically, I think things are just getting worse on the outside. But this community has always been, this community has endured things we should have never had to endure. And then we've all banded together the entirety. Even down to the AIDS crisis, like, we all banded together. We were all there for each other, and that was kind of it. And, that's the origin of the sisters, and that's the origin of the L being in front of LGBTQ. Yes. Like, that's the origin of it, is because we're there for each other. I think what's sad is that we've had to be. I feel like the first thing my friends and I say to each other is like, hey, how are you? And it's like, not good. The world is burning. Things are happening in this state, and this is being taken away in this state. Pause. We'll set that aside. Otherwise, I'm okay. How are you? Like, I just feel like that's the climate right now. So I hope I answered that question, but yes. I think we're getting louder because we have to.
Yes. Yeah, and I think you're 100% right about the particular situation. Like, I know for sure here in the community, we are getting louder. Mm-hmm. In Vegas, I'm getting louder.
Same.
I don't hold back my opinions
Not
at
anymore.
all. And that's what I bring up yesterday a little bit on my, I'm not going to go get deep because it's a really, really, really deep conversation on my class. But we were talking about a little bit of the Constitution, and people were like arguing about it a little bit on class. It's poli science. Of course, people arguing. But one thing I said to the class is that the foundation of the Constitution was founded upon the natural rights, that we have a right to live, to have a right to our life. And that's how they build up the Constitution. And I told people that's is the reason why we, this community here, have exactly the same amount of right as anybody else. So you try to take it away, you go against everything this country is founded upon. Mm-hmm. How this is, we have a right to be here, every single one of us, and the government do not have a right to regulate this any way, shape, form possible, just because you don't believe it, because the Bible told you something, but we don't give a fuck at all. This is just makes me frustrated, because that's pretty much the argument I hear a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I saw it on the news that this administration tried to go again to the Supreme Court with the overturning the equal marriage equality rights. And I'm like, can you guys just stop? Just leave us alone. Why do you care too much? You don't have anything better to do? Pretty much this is the biggest issue of this country, is gay people getting married? Or is everybody have complete perfect healthcare? Everybody live in a perfect rich community. There's no poverty, no unemployment. Everything is solved in this country. But we worry about gay people getting married.
Yeah.
Can we worry about pedophiles sitting in the White House and not prosecuting them in the Epstein files. Just bringing up here. There's
Yeah, just a very light touch.
Very light,
Yeah, not a big deal.
gay
Yeah.
people are the problem, but
We are the problem.
pedophiles.
Yes,
Come on.
we're the problem. Absolutely. Yeah, I fully agree with everything you're saying, and it's so backwards, and the fear of it has always just been so odd to me of like, why are you fearful of something that like you yourself don't actually touch or have any, like, you're not running into gay people often, it seems like, so why are you so scared of us? And we'll leave you alone, I swear. But it always seems to be, I don't know, the entitled straight men and women who are like, entitled straight women crack me up, because it's like, all men don't like or are attracted to all women in a heterosexual situation, and all women aren't always attracted to all men. So why do you think gay people are different? Like, we're not attracted to all women, so
And
that's
not
normal.
all the men either.
Kind of normal. Like,
It's happened.
that's kind of crazy.
I do have a fun story for you
Okay,
for
tell me
that one.
everything.
It's one of the most hilarious story I ever had. I started working to this restaurant, the first here in the US.
Okay.
I didn't tell them I was gay for a long time, because I was like, I'm worried. I was still new to the American version.
Fair.
Did that whole Hungarian leave it in the secret version. But we got closer, so I looked at two of my co-workers who were not good looking at all. But they were like, I was like, well, we are friends, so they were always pushing me. Oh, look at this woman. Look at this woman. Do you want to? And I was like, okay, let's clear this one out. And I was like, okay, it's time. I told them, I'm like, hey, I'm gay, so I don't need advices of how to date with a woman, because I'm not interested.
I'm doing it.
One of them reaction, the one who wasn't good looking at all, like really not attracted. I wasn't attracted. I'm not gonna say he was ugly, but I was saying I wasn't attracted to him. He's like, oh, that's okay, I don't care, but long as we are just friends. We are just friends. And I was like, don't worry, you're not my type. First reaction.
So upset.
First reaction. What do you mean I'm not your type?
So upset.
I'm like, you're not my type. I like taller, more muscular dudes.
Yes.
You are shorter and heavy. Like, I'm not interested. He's like, you just like every other woman. I was like, oh my God. I was like, why are you being so insecure about it? You just said we are.
Listen.
And he got butt hurted. He didn't talk to me for a week, because he's like, you are just like everybody else, every woman.
Okay, and thank you. That's
you.
yours, sir, to carry. Don't project that onto me. Thank you. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times, and especially like at gay clubs, I get it. Straight women feel very safe at gay clubs. There's not people like hitting on them. It's a very safe environment. So I absolutely understand why straight women come to gay clubs, especially for, whatever, just to have fun and just to dance.
Yeah.
Totally get it whatsoever. But there has been several times where I look gay. Let's be real. Hi. I look gay. This is kind of how I present myself to the world. Hi. And it's same kind of thing. And it was like almost hitting on me, but like hinting at like, oh, I've always been curious. I'm like, that's cool. But like the fact that I didn't go with it, it was like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, no, please leave me alone. No, thank you. And a good day to you. And it was like instantly like, I don't understand. Like, you're not gay. I'm not into you. You're lovely. I think you're lovely.
You're sweet.
No.
No.
And then it's the same thing. Like, I can't believe you wouldn't be in. It's the entitlement.
The entitlement.
Sometimes. I'm like, is every man into you? And do you talk to every man like this? And if you don't, I am the same. Don't talk to me like that. Like, it's just kind of crazy sometimes, the entitlement of straight women, and like you said, sometimes straight men.
Straight men.
It's like,
it's honestly hilarious.
yeah, and I think it's just kind of like, I think it's par for the course for gay people, of like somebody of the same gender, when you say they're gay, when you say you're gay, and they're like, well, why don't you like me? I think everybody goes through that moment where it's like, oh, you don't understand. Yeah, I think all of my friends who've come out, or all of my friends who've been around somebody who's kind of curious and hasn't gone for that person, they're like, well, that was stupid. And you just kind of, I don't know, you kind of roll with it. But yeah.
I do need to say that one of my favorite straight guys who are so secure for their they know that they're not gay.
Oh, yeah.
And they are one of the most accepted ones, and I I hate them so much. To be fair, I hate them so much because it happened multiple occasions. There was this one guy when we opened the restaurant. He was doing all of the construction work inside. Really good looking, skinny, muscular, like 6'5" tall, super handsome dude.
Beautiful man.
Wife and kids. It's okay. He knew I was gay because I said it. And he's like, yeah, it's okay. I don't care. Like, I like gay guys. Like, they are fun. It's good to go out.
They're so much fun.
They are so much fun to handle. And he knew that I looking at him sometimes. And he did, like, the weirdest things. And I was like, I hate you so much because you know, and you are so comfortable with your own sexuality that you love messing with gay guys. Like, he was fixing lighting and I was sitting down and I was just doing some computer work. And I looked up and he was up there. And he just like, hey. And I'm like, I hate you. I was like, why do you do this? And he's like, it's fun to make you.
Yeah, absolutely. I have wonderful friends in the same pocket that are just like, they just get it. They just understand and they just get it. So it's wonderful to be surrounded by people like that too.
So I wanted to bring this up because not every straight people.
Not like at all.
When we talked about those insecure people, those are just a percent of it. We do agree that there are lots of really comfortable straight people who love the gay community.
Oh,
and they are so much fun, and I love messing with them. I think one of the, especially when they don't know. I bring so many straight guys who were like, I want to check out the gay bars, and I was like, are you sure? They were like, yeah, sure. Bring them in, and they see the muscular dudes with the little speedos dancing, and they were like, what the hell is this? I was like, enjoy.
Yeah, you wanted to come here? Welcome. Yeah, I love it.
My presents for you.
I mean, honestly, it's a gift.
And sometimes they actually need some little femininity, like from the straight guys.
Yeah, and the permission to be
vulnerable a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
And they love it. I'm like, because every time it's a whiskey coke or something, a beer, whiskey coke or something.
Yeah.
And maybe one of them came with me to a gay bar and he's like, what are you drinking? I was like, a fruity drink. And he's like, can I? I was like, go ahead.
Yes.
Nobody's going to judge you.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like everybody who has gone to, like, they find a safe space someplace. And whether that's for their femininity to be laid out a little bit more in a fruity drink or women being able to dance without, whatever noise they get usually, I think there's always a safe space for people in gay spaces. And I love that.
Yeah, we are here for everyone, not just for gays.
For everybody.
We are here for everyone.
Most everybody.
Most everyone. If you're wearing a MAGA hat, not.
Don't.
Please don't come to an event.
Don't. No.
That's one thing I'm drawing a line. If
Yes.
you have a Make America Great Again hat, our event is not for you.
Yeah. Correct.
You're not going to enjoy it.
You know how we said we're getting louder? Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the louder.
Yep, that's it. That's what we're getting louder about.
And for that exact comment, I do need to bring out that I love your shirt.
Thank you
Do
so
you want to
much.
show it to everyone
I
to make
sure
sure?
do.
Immigrants make America great. Just, for the people who need to hear this a little bit.
This company is great. They're changed. It's CHNGE, so without the A. And they have shirts like this. Like they've got trans, like Protect My Trans Homies shirt. I have that one. I love that one. This shirt, they got a ton of stuff. So yeah, and I think like lately I've been so, and maybe you're going through the same thing. I've been so intentional about where I buy things, who I buy it from. Making sure they're not supporting the Trump administration or other people. I've been so much more aware about where my dollars are going, and if there is a queer out there, I'm giving them my dollars.
Exactly. That's one thing what I'm currently trying to teach my brother because he is 15. So he knows it, but he still don't understand it because he grew up here with all of his rights and everything. Of course, he's not. We don't know yet. Maybe he's gay. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. He's still young. He's getting there. Eventually, if he's fine. Come on, it's me and the family.
I mean,
what else is going to be the
welcome.
surprise about it?
Welcome.
One more extra person. But he loves Chick-fil-A. So when I'm hearing this, and he's like,
son of a bitch.
I know. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna get Chick-fil-A. And I told him, I was like, look, if my parents get you Chick-fil-A, that's fine. If you are with me and I'm driving with you, me not going to Chick-fil-A. And he's like, why not? So I was trying to explain to him, like, all of the money is going to the organizations to try to stop our rights and want to turn back all of our rights and taking away. And he's like, yeah, I understand, but is it not weird? I was like, well, it's not if you stand up for what you believe in. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I know you're young, but eventually you're going to have your morality build out. You go into
100%.
your what's it's important for you. For me, it's important to make sure that I do not support them, even if I really want the Chick-fil-A.
100%.
Even if I really want that chicken sandwich, I go for another place where I can eat a chicken sandwich because I do not want my dollars to go to an organization who wants to erase me,
Yeah.
my existence from history,
Yeah.
and from
And it's
the
not,
rights.
I mean, that $7 sandwich is not worth that. Like, not a chance
No.
for me. Yeah.
You can buy me with a chicken sandwich.
Yeah. I mean,
You can buy me with a five-star
5-star,
restaurant.
5-star, 5-star, 5-star only.
5-star only.
And-
Michelin star.
Yeah.
restaurant.
And so far, I don't know any 5-star drive-throughs. Okay. We're not doing this.
And surprisingly, most of the 5-star Michelin star restaurants are pretty gay supportive, LGBTQIA supportive establishment, by the way.
Which, hello.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Sing it, sister. You get it. Get in there.
I'm sorry for everyone who needed to listen to this.
Don't you ever.
My singing voice are not perfect. Sorry.
Yeah. Get it warmed up. Yeah. Get in there.
I'm getting that. So I think that's all for today. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank
I
you for
really,
having
really
me.
appreciate it.
It was so sweet of you to ask. Thanks for
Of
having
course,
me.
no. I love having people here with different perspective, with a lot of life experience, with
Thanks.
different areas of this community. And
Yeah.
hearing your stories, hearing everybody's story, it's amazing. But hearing someone's stories like you, who we know, it's amazing.
Well, thanks. It's been awesome. Thank you for inviting me. This was really humbling. So thank you.
Of course. And for this is all for today. If you guys would like to see all of our episodes, you can check it on our website, lasvegaspride.org. Push a like, give us some comments, share our videos, and see you guys next week.
Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo.